Okay, we left off. We're going to try to finish Rav Hartness's Shuvas and the Shalos Shuvas Nishmas Shabbos Chelek Aleph Simin Kuf Mem Hey. Question is, in the yeshiva where people are learning, are they allowed to continue learning and have an official seder on Erev Shabbos? He says, on the contrary, especially in yeshivas that have a place to eat, like a kitchen, and they make food over there. Nowadays, you don't have the burdens of preparing for Shabbos so much. Everything is really prepared for them, especially the Bachrim who are learning yeshiva outside of the city. They have a kitchen there. Everything is being taken care of, all of their physical needs. So therefore, it's not logical to say that the Bachar is going to be helping out, that the young person is going to be hanging out with the food. Because there are people appointed for this and they're getting paid for this. And in fact, the people in the kitchen won't even allow the Bachrim to assist. So therefore, says Rav Hartness, I don't see any heter to be mavatal them from learning. I don't see any way to permit them from not learning Torah until chatzos, halachic midday on the eve of Shabbos. Rather, they should continue learning in order that time remains for all the Bachrim to prepare their own personal needs, which of course depends on how long it takes them to get ready. Usually it doesn't take long to shower and throw on a suit. The Satmar Rebbe would say that everyone's got to learn just like any other day. And it says in the Shulchan Aruch in Your Deism in Reish Mem Hey Sif Yud Beis that we don't stop children learning Torah at all except for Erev Shabbos and Erev Yontif at the end of the day. That's referring to, because I have to get ready for Shabbos. That's still referring to at the end of the day. But before that, then they would be obligated, because, and then he quotes another statement that that the Hachana Shabbos of a Bachar is l'lumba b'hasmad yasera, to learn with a lot of diligence. Then he says over here, I saw in the Sefer Yisrael V'Araisa, they quoted from the Chafetz Chaim, who was very upset about people who would learn, people who wouldn't learn after Chatzos on Erev Shabbos. That does a person think on such a special day on Erev Shabbos as well as Shabbos, which are, by the way, a large percentage of a person's life. If a person's living 70 years, we're talking about 20 out of 70 years of a person's life, really more than that, because when he's a child, he can't really learn anyways. So now a person is just not going to learn at all. He's going to be losing out on so much of his life. The Sefer Perador Chelik Beis Amud Reishadi Test quotes the Chazon Ish, who would tell his Talmidim to learn at times when the fewest amount of people are learning. That's when a person should make sure to learn. Very important point. To learn at times when the fewest amount of people are learning. We're going to come back to that momentarily. And he says that the Taz and Rabbi Akiva Eiger only merited such high levels that they achieved in Torah and Avodas Hashem because they learned at times when no one else is learning. It's almost like a mace mitzvah, like there's a dead body in the street, no one's burying it. Go bury it. The Sefer Kerem Yeshua, it's funny he quotes the Sefer, it's a great Sefer. He quotes that many Gedolim testified about themselves that they only merited the crown of Torah because they would learn at times when they were the fewest amount of people that were learning. For example, Erev Shabbos, Erev Yontif, Motzei Shabbos, after fast, Purim, etc. The Sefer Yalkut Me'oirei Or quotes from Reb Aaron from the Tish. What does that say? Does anyone know? Reb Aaron Metish Chernobyl, maybe, who says that the Ikra Chaim.
Yeah, Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. He says that the main point of a person's life is laslik b'Torah masim tovim. Person should be involved with Torah mitzvahs at a time that most people aren't doing that. For example, Erev Shabbos, Yom Tov, Chol Hamoed, same exact idea. And that's what Chazal mean when they say, it's a pasuk at the hill, and there's a time to do for Hashem, you have to nullify your Torah. There's a lot of explanations of that pasuk. One explanation is that this is why Torah Shabbat Peh had to be written, because there's a time to do for Hashem, you have to nullify, go against what it says in the Torah, aka you're not allowed to write down Torah Shabbat Peh. But Rabbi Yehuda Nasi came along and he said, if I'm not going to either orally compile the Torah Shabbat Peh or actually write it down, Machlokas Rishon him what he did, so then the whole Torah will get forgotten and chas v'shalom. So therefore, he had to do something. And therefore, the best time to learn is at the time when what? But another way of explaining that pasuk is the best time to do for Hashem is when people are nullifying your Torah, not learning enough, not doing enough mitzvahs at a time when no one else is doing it. That's the time to do it, and you'll get a tremendous amount of reward. The Sefer Imre Das and Chelik Beis says in the Yeshiva Gdol and Chosar, even on Erev Shabbos, Achrei Asarayim in the afternoon, So the yeshiva was filled with Talmidim who were learning with the tremendous amount of diligence. Okay, you have to look up when that was, what time period. Beautiful idea. Now, furthermore, the obligation is on the Roshi yeshivas nowadays to make sure that there's a yeshiva as well, especially, he says, in the summer, because not doing anything could bring to a bad mental state. Die lamavin, like it says in the Mishnah in Ksubas. It's brought down in the Sefer. He doesn't quote over here, but I took a picture, knowing that we were going to be doing this. It's brought in the Sefer 1 Minute Masman on page 60. That the Stipler says that many Bachrim are under the impression that Bein Hazmanim, aka vacation time, is a free for all, that they're totally exempt from learning the Torah HaKadoshah. This is a serious error. The mitzvah to learn applies at all times that one is able to. And then he says, I could tell you myself that many individuals became Gedolei Torah all because they made a policy to make serious time for learning during their free time in Bein Hazmanim. And there's a logic behind this. Number one, when someone's learning Torah at a time when others aren't taking the learning time seriously, there is an immeasurably greater siyata d'shmaya, a heavenly assistance. Secondly, when a bacher is not tied to the yeshiva curriculum, he could more easily learn areas of Torah that he is fond of. Mashali bo chafetz, whatever he's interested in learning, he'll connect to it more. He could choose to learn from every area of the Torah and write his own chidushim. He says, I'm telling you this because I know people became giants in Torah all because of their hasmada during Bein Hazmanim. Similarly, the Radak and Sefer Yeshua Perikal Pasachesi, the recordings of their Rabbi.com and Sefer Yeshua says that a person is obligated to learn Kolzman Shim Sapnai Miisko Michyoso whenever a person isn't working involved with other endeavors, aka that are vital, then he should be learning Torah. Similarly, the Mishnah Berurah writes about this in Kufnin Hay as well. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Excellent. Let's finish the last tshuva right on schedule. Zman Limud. Torah Shabbat Peh Erev Shabbos, Tinoko Shel Beis Rabban, Erev Shabbos. When should they be learning? Up until the actual Shabbos. That's when they should be learning. It says in Shulchan Aruch Yordei Simin Reish Mem Hey that on Erev Shabbos and Erev Yom Tov, at the end of the day, they're able to stop the children from learning. It's clear from here that until the end of the day, you're not allowed to stop them from learning. So the Sefer Hatkanos B'Tz Yisrael, he quotes that that they should learn until 3 hours before Shabbos starts. So 3 hours, that would be the time. Anyways, look. These tshuvas are big chizuk. There's a lot of hisrashlos and bittul Torah HaKadosh and Erev Shabbos. And, this is what it comes to. There's still an obligation to learn Erev Shabbos. And for most men, really zero of the obligations of the main preparations of Shabbos are placed upon them. And therefore, one should certainly allocate time from Limud HaTorah HaKadosh on Erev Shabbos. Just to get the itinerary down, what we're going to do is we're probably not going to take a full session up on Oitzer Satayr, Oitzer Halachos. We're going to learn the Oitzer Halachos. Then we are going to maybe take a session, I don't even know if it will be a full session, on the Meir Oz. And then we are going to learn the Piskei Chuvas and pretty much wrap up the Siman. So I'm approximating around another, by the end of this week, we'll be done. That's what I'm approximating. And then after, we will start Hilchos Purim, Amir Hashem. If anyone has any recommendations, we are happy to accommodate those recommendations. Okay.
Nothing yet. Okay.
Okay. Everyone should have a wonderful day.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
Steinmaker of Echad Targum, would you get more reward if you do it on, if you were to say, as Erev Shabbos as opposed to Leil Shabbos,
as long as you do it, you can do it anytime. Do it whenever you want from Minhagim.
No, but I'm saying as far as schar.
I think personally it's smarter to do it earlier in the week, so you're not rushed to finish it at the end of the week. If you only have a certain amount of time, you're trying to finish it before the Suda on Shabbos day. So rather do it properly,
before laning,
rush into it. That's what I personally think.
Hmm.
That's what I've noticed for myself, in my personal growth from doing Shem Mikra V'Echad Targum.
All right.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Sure.